It has started recording.
If you can close all other. All right. I am not sure who, from what end we are recording the meeting. Can I just check with this
Yeah, I also
facilitators
want to
if it's
check that,
okay?
Harini.
Yeah, we started recording. This is
Is it
Asoka here. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Ah,
morning?
Yeah.
good morning, Mr. Asu.
Yeah, I just started recording it. Okay.
Oh, okay. Then it's fine. I just wanted to check with
Okay.
you whether it's okay. Yeah, that's fine.
One more question, Harini and Lanti. What's the language
Yeah.
you want me to do it in? I can do it in English or Sinhala or Singlish. What do you prefer?
Whatever is comfortable, we'll go with English. Guys, if there's
Yeah.
anything else that you need
Yeah,
to ask, again, very safe space.
yeah,
Ask and kind of clarify anything and any doubts that you would have.
yeah. And
Yeah.
tell them to ask in Sinhala even if they're not comfortable with English, right? Otherwise, sometimes, people don't ask questions because they keep the language as a barrier. So let them ask in any language, but I'll do it in English. That's okay, right?
Yeah, that's good.
Perfectly
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Right.
I think we have 4 more to join, but in the interest of time, I think we should start now. So I will be stepping out of the call, but Nilanti will stick on for this. Any questions, guys? Anything you need to clarify or reach out to me, you can still do so. Yeah?
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Asoka, may I take over?
Yes, Ajit, please go ahead.
Okay, good morning to everyone. I'll put my video on after this brief introduction of Macquarie. It's a great thing that I have an opportunity to introduce Mr. Asoka. Mr. Asoka Valpitagama has a huge, at least a couple of decades of IT experiences. And then also he is a master, I would say, a national treasure. And it's a great thing through Macquarie that we managed to give him to Fonterra today. To take a little more, 1 minute from you, I like to introduce Macquarie because Macquarie is known, has been there for the last 20 years. I would say the very first company that started these online lessons, and even after the COVID. So let me run through the thing here where I will show you a glimpse of what we do. So number one is that we have these type of networking opportunities. We used to have it one-on-one, or we used to gather together and then do these. But today, because of the COVID, we have stalled them. But then there is a lot that people could gather by looking at the CEO network was one, right? And we had this guy from Ravi was the world president for Rotary. So that's where very few people become the world leaders like that. Then we had one like this with Mr. Kishu and Mr. Dan, right? Well, then coffee with CEOs was another batch that we used to do, and these are a few of them where we had people invited, and then they used to come and listen to this type of leaders. Then when it goes to I did it my way is how these people evolved, how they were given challenges. Now the very first guy was looking after American Express in the Gulf. American Express credit cards, promotions, everything was decided. How he did it his way. And even the other now Kishu, how he ran Caltex. And today, I would say Caltex is not holding the same amount of market share that was under Mr. Kishu. So I did it my way. These are some of them, and most of them you would know, right? Because of their history or the contribution to the country. Then one other last important thing that Macquarie does is the executive coaching and mentoring. We do it for groups or we do it for individuals. Um, Once again, you saw the right HR conclave. These are, you know, once again for HR people, we used to get together every month, I would say, and they used to come and talk about how business was. So then, to this is very few of our programs that we used to run. It's a very few, and we used to run and on packed houses sometimes. But we have to, and these are some of our partners who had been associating with us. And that's about the introduction. Now I hand over everything to Mr. Asoka to start the program, and I will take off from here, and I'm leaving. Oh, right. Asoka,
Yeah, Ajit, thank you.
have you taken over?
Yes, give me a second. You have to enable the screen share.
I got to enable it.
Yeah,
I got to go to you, and I got to leave now.
yeah. Just make me the host, then it'll be okay.
Right. Done. Are you in?
Yeah.
Super. We have only, I think, leaving you and I out, we
Three,
still have
nine,
only
right?
9 people.
Yes. Hi, good morning, everyone. What shall we do? Should we wait for some more? I think there were about 14 sometime back. Maybe some they got out.
Mr. Asoka, we can start actually.
Yes,
Because
sir.
in the interest of time, let's kick it off. We
Yeah.
are checking with the rest of the participants.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, Yumi. Okay, very good morning to everyone. Okay, I think you all are muted, so I can't hear what you're saying. Anyway, like she said, some ground rules. Maybe I will also put my phone on silent mode. Uh, but if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to stop me. I won't get angry, right? That's one thing I do, because you can ask the same question number of times, not for the sake of asking, but if you can't understand, please ask me, stop me anytime, or tell me, sir, you're going too fast, right? Or say, Asoka, you're going too fast. Whatever the comments, I need it online, and please make it more interesting. Otherwise I'm also old fellow, I might fall asleep. So please communicate with me, right? Okay, so let me start. I have been working with Macquarie for the last, I think, more than 5 years now. So I do the Excel, Word, PowerPoint, Outlook, all those trainings. So this is my session today. It's from intermediate to advanced, depending on the feedback that I got. We have selected the topics. Uh, about myself, I started in 83, just in 2 minutes, as a programmer in 1983, way back in 83, doing systems on flat files on those mainframe computers, and then promoted as systems analyst, senior systems analyst, and finally, I was a manager MIS at DMS. And then I worked there for 22 and a half years. While there, I was doing visiting lectures for these companies, their own training center and Skills Lanka and ONAC, run by Gina Senas. And then I joined Brandix in 2006 January as a training manager. And then for 10 years I ran there. Then I had to retire at the age of 55, And then I worked there as a consultant for 2 more years. And then 12 years and 10 months, 2 jobs in my whole life. And then I started on my own. While at Brandix, I used to do visiting for Kotalalo Defense University for 2 years. This is my own company. Now I'm a freelance trainer. I work for Macquarie, for Brandix Corporate Campus, Macquarie Academy of Finance, that's the CMA Australia chapter, and the Institute of Management Accountant, the CMA local chapter. So that's my background, and also these are the areas of expertise and services, training on these things. And then we do skill gap analysis of new recruits and current staff, right? Either by a 2-hour practical test or by a 10-minute questionnaire. This way I'm doing for dialogue at the moment and for, Fonterra and Brandix. Okay. So the new recruits, they come through me. I give them test, and then normally with dialogue they do the 2-hour practical test. So depending on the job role, we select the questions. For accountants, it's a separate set. For sales, it's a separate set, like that. And then these are my customers trained through iCAD. So I'll be adding your one also, maybe. Yeah, just go through that fast. Okay, without much ado, let's get on to the right Excel. Just to give a brief history, this is how it started. In 78 was the first, I don't think you all have worked on this, but I have worked on this. When 83, when I joined DMS, it was like magic. We had only 5 rows and 20 columns. Then Multiplan was the first by Microsoft, which didn't have column names, it had column numbers, right? So we had to address a cell by R1, C1, R2, C2, like that. And it was very popular those days. And then why I put this up is just to tell you that in 2007, there was a big change in Microsoft Office. If you have worked with old files, you must be saving this .xls, but now it's .xlsx. That is because we are right. It's been written in XML language, extended markup language. So all the versions after that comes in this. And these are the contents for today's session. Onboarding, cell addressing using the $sign. Now I know these are basics, but in every session I make sure that I do the $sign, how to use the $sign, because sometimes you just use it for the sake of using it. And the formatting, sorting, logical functions, I think you know these things, what I've sent it to you all. Protections, and VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, table features, pivots, recording macros and copy macros, sum if, count if, average ifs, and there are functions which I have added. Right. Onboarding. What is Excel? Just read the red color one, this area. So if you want to be proficient with Excel, remember you have to have patience and practice. Right? So patience and practice is something, it's your baby. I can't give you that, but I'll try to give you a solid foundation. Right? So otherwise you forget. So keep on practicing. Now Excel, we call this Excel cycle. Why we use Excel? To collect raw data, store it in the proper way. If I just say store it, people might store it in different ways. No, there's a proper way of storing data. Then only you can get the maximum of Excel, right? And then process it either by sorting or calculating, doing whatever, and then get your charts and reports out. This is called the Excel cycle. And fortunately, I would say this is divided into 2 parts. There's one part for the decision makers, like the chairmans and CEOs of companies, who can't be bothered doing the dsums and VLOOKUPs. They had the pivot tables, charts, conditional formatting, where you don't need a single formula, but you can get your reports out. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah.
Small message I dropped you.
Yeah.
Because all the sample files are there in this meeting invitation. Would you like to check with them how many of them have downloaded it onto their computers?
Better. Yeah.
Sorry to trouble you.
It's okay, Ajit. Thanks for that. There are some sample files that we work with. I think it has been sent to you all, the link. So please download it to a folder and keep it, then it's easy. Otherwise you can download from there and do it even, right? Because I'll be working with sample data. So there are so many modules, module 1, module 2, like that, it's categorized. Have you downloaded that? Can somebody tell me? We'll be needing in the future. So for the time being, I'll continue with this. In the meantime, you can download them. Okay, these are very basics. I think all of you know these functions, plus, minus, multiplication. But how do you write 2 to the power 3 in Excel? If you want to try 2 to the power something, this is how we do it. Equal to, this is shift and 6, the caret symbol, and 3. You can try it out, right? If you want to say 5 to the power 10, you say equal 5, shift and 6, and then 10. without putting 5 into 5 into 5 into like that. Okay. So let's talk about workbooks, sheets, and cells. When you open Excel, what is get is a workbook, book 1, book 2, book 3, till you give a name. I'm going a bit fast on these things because these are very basics. Consists of worksheets, and a worksheet consists of columns and rows, right? And the intersection of a column and a row is called a cell, that you know. Now, if you take a cell has an address. Every cell has a unique address which you can't change. And at the same time, a cell can be given a name. I'll show you how to give a name for that. You can give your own name for a cell and then use that in your formula. So if you find a formula saying equal QTY into UP, don't get surprised. That means somebody has given the names for those two cells. That's the cell value. There are three main types of values that you can put into a cell. Name it: text, numbers, formulas, and functions. Text means if you are using alphabetical letters, it's a text. These are examples. These are numbers. Remember, there's nothing called dates in Excel. Date is a number, merely a number. The format will make it a date. There's nothing called time. I'll be doing date and time separately. What is this one? Can somebody tell me what is this? Number or text or formula? Please answer me. 3E4 is what? Any idea? Logically, it should be a text. But if you put the letter E in the middle and put two numbers on both sides, it's a scientific format of a number. Just type 3E4. Let me show it to you. Give me a second. Let me open Excel. I'll stop my video. So just type okay, can you see my screen? Excel?
Yes, we can.
Right, okay.
Yes, we can.
Okay, thanks. I'll make it a bit bigger. If I say, the first one I'll do, equal 3 to the power 5, that is 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. You get the answer as 243, right? The other one I said, if I say 4E5 and press enter, don't put the equal sign, it becomes a 4.00E plus 0.5. Now this is, E stands for exponent, right? This is the exponent. It's a scientific format. Any number can be given in scientific format. Okay, so let me delete this one. So this is the same as saying 4 and 5 zeros, 10 to the power 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now if you look at this number, let me put it high. Right. If you look at this number, it's in scientific format. Can you see the format when you go to the home tab? I think everybody can see the ribbon here, I hope. If you can't see the ribbon, go to this one and make sure that you select this one. Because sometimes when I do, I have come across situations. In your case, I'm sure you must be knowing it, but suddenly people are like this, they can't see the ribbon. So go here, click on this arrow and then go to this. Both these are same. The difference is this is in the home tab, you can see what is the format, scientific, but this is in general format. Okay, so let me copy these two again. Okay, and okay, this one I'm going to make it general or number. it becomes 40,000. Sorry, 400,000. And this one, which I entered 400,000, I'm going to make it scientific. It becomes 45. So what happens is when you type a huge number like and press enter, it automatically puts into scientific format. But the number I typed is in general format. I typed it with the zeros. So therefore it's general now. So by converting it to general, nothing will happen. But this one I typed 4E5. That is in scientific format I typed. But this I typed in general format. So therefore to get the real number of this, you have to go here and make it number. Then you can see the number, right? Okay. These are small things, but some may be useful. Then formulas and functions always start with the equal sign. You can have numbers, cell addresses. If you're using a cell address, that cell address should either have a number or a valid formula or a function. When I say valid, automatically it should be using numbers, right? It's a number. The result has to be a number, right? So this is example. Some tips. When a value is entered to a cell, these are things that you have to notice. If it is left aligned, yes, then it's a text. If it is right aligned, then it's a number. When you don't know these things, it's very easy to find out where the error is. And remember, date is a running serial number in Excel, which starts from 1st January 1900, which is 1. Right? 1st January 1900 is 1. Date is the integer part and time is the decimal part. I'll explain that when I'm doing dates. And also, if a filter is applied anywhere in a worksheet, when a filter is applied, you can't see all the data. So the best thing is check whether your row numbers are blue. If the row numbers are blue, that means you're not seeing all your data. Somebody has put a filter. So go and remove the filter, then you'll see all the data, right? Especially when you have huge databases, you don't notice that you have put a filter, but you're looking for the data. So if the row numbers are blue, that means there's a filter applied. And another important thing, functions such as sum, average, max, all those things will not work with filtered data. When you filter the data, your answer will be wrong on the sum, average, max. So instead, now we don't use the sum. We use subtotal or aggregate. The aggregate is the best function actually to use. So always replace the sum with subtotal. Then you can filter and get the answer any given time. Any questions? And also, now Excel has some built-in formats like percentage, text, general, number, scientific, date, time. So if you enter something in any of those formats, Excel will automatically assign it to that format. But whatever Excel can't identify, it will put it to general format. And by default, the numbers and text also goes into general unless you specifically say it's number. That's how Excel works. So let's look at it. I'll go to a new sheet. If I type a number, you can see it's right aligned. Okay. If I type 56E minus 1, that's also possible, right? So it goes to the right side, it's a number. If I type a date like this, 2/22/2021, it goes to the right side because date is a number. But if I type this date 22/2/2021, it goes to the left side because it's a text. You know the reason. If you are using the US standards, first comes a month. But if you go to UK, this will be correct and this will be wrong, right? So this date it can't identify because there is no month called 22. So date is a huge problem. When you enter the date, make sure from today onwards you enter the date in the ISO format, which will work even in Siberia or Afghanistan, anywhere. If you want to say 22/2, you put 22-FEB. Put the month in first 3 letters and then say 21. That is accepted worldwide. right? Otherwise, we have these issues of date. But you can display this in any format. You can format and display in any format, but the data entry is the important thing. You have to enter it in the proper format. Okay. Then if I say 5%, you can see it goes to the right side. If I say $45, Excel can't identify, it's on the left side. But if I say $45, it will be converted to currency. So if you go to this one, you can see general here. This one is scientific. This one is date. This one Excel doesn't know, general. This custom is a custom format because I have put the month. This thing. This is percentage. This again is general, but this is currency, right? So all these are the default formats that Excel has: accounting, short date, long date, time, percentage, fraction, scientific, all that. Okay, let me ask you, is it okay the speed, or these are too basic for you? What do you think? Or shall I go like this? Just a question. Yeah. Hello.
Can someone answer, respond? Hello? Krishna, or if someone unmute and talk.
I think this is okay, Mr. Asoka.
Right. Okay. Because sometimes why I'm doing basics, yeah, is sometimes you might catch something, right, which is very important. Okay. So let's talk about the active cell. When you select a cell, it's an active cell that you know. It's called the active cell. And if you select a range of cells like this, the active cell is the first one, and it's the active cell's address which is seen here, not the others. If I select it from bottom top, the active cell is here. If I select a range like this, this is the active cell. Always the active cell will be in white color, right? And that address will be there. Why it is important is, when you select a range and put a formula, when we go into conditional formatting, we'll see that you consider only the active cell. You consider only the active cell and put it, others will automatically get it, right? Okay. So remember what active cell is. Cell addressing, I think all of you must be knowing it, but let me just go through it fast. Can you open this sample file? Module 1B, cell addressing. The sample files are there, I think. Are you all okay with the sample files? Have you got it? Just open module 1B, cell addressing. Now, the cell address can be written in 4 different ways. A1, $A1, $1, $A1. Either you put the dollar sign in front of the column, in front of the row, or in front of both, not after the row number. You can't say $1, right? So, if you take a cell address, column name and row number, that's a cell address, consists of the column name and row number. And this type of cell address is called a relative cell address. Relative means in signal is sapeksha, right? Sapeksha, not the relations. Okay. So it also can be written like this, $C3 or C$3, which is called mixed cell addressing. And also it can be written like $C$3, which is called absolute cell addressing. Okay, so let's open module 1B. Module 1B, right? Okay. The small exercise that we have to do. Fill in the cells D10 to D14 with series of 3 using the numbers given in C10 to C14. C10 to C14. This C10 to C14. Using this, I have to fill here the series of 3. So what do? I say equal. Always remember, starts with the equal, plus or minus, right? So we'll use the equal as general one. This cell, never type the cell address, always click. After putting the equal sign, if you click on a cell, it will take the cell address. Into, that is shift and 8, 3. Press enter. Now do I type it here again? No. I can copy this down. How do you copy? When you select a cell, if you keep the cursor here, you get 4 arrows. That is for moving and copying. If you keep it outside, no action. But if you take it this point, the bottom the bottom right corner, where you get a small dot, it becomes a black cross. So you go there and drag it, or the easiest way, go there and double click on it. It will get filled. Dragging takes time, so double click. Okay. Now, I'll do the same thing with these numbers. Then equal this cell into 3, and I copy it this way. You can't double click now. You have to copy with the fill handle. It will copy the formula. Very easy. Right? Very easy. Now let's click on formulas. Tell me if I'm going too fast. Since you're working with me, I have to match your speed, because different people work in different speeds, right? So please tell me. If you click on formulas tab and say show formula, you can see the formula inside the cell. You click again, you get back to your normal screen. It will toggle between show formula and show the result screen, right? So let me go to show formula and study what has happened. When I copied it down, the row number has changed. And when I copied it across, the column name has changed. Now, why did the row number change? Because I was jumping from row to row. Here I was jumping from column to column. But this is in the same column, so therefore the column name didn't change. Right? Here it's in the same row, therefore the row number 17 didn't change. That is why we call relative. Depending on the direction, it will change relatively the row number or the column name. Right. That's clear, I suppose. I'll remove this again. Right. Now I want to be a bit smarter. So what do? I say equal. Again, I use this cell into, without typing 3, without hard coding it as 3, I'm using this cell address, A8. So in C10 you have 1, in A8 you have 3, you get the answer. And then you copy it down. But all the others are 0. Let's go to the show formula. If you click on the second one, you can see the second one has got multiplied with this. Why? Because of relative cell addressing. This third one with this, fourth one with this, you can see the red color box moving. I'll put it this way here. I'll do the same thing, equal this cell. I'll use A8 and drag it across. If I click this one, you can see it has got multiplied with B8, C8. So these doesn't have any values. Therefore, we are getting zeros for this. We are getting zeros for this. Right? So we are getting zeros for that. So that's wrong. So this is the answer, not the correct one. So therefore, I need to find a method of telling Excel. I'll do it again, equal this one into this one. Make sure that when you copy down, keep the row number fixed. So if you want to fix a row number, you put a $sign in front of the row number. If you want to fix a column name, you put a $sign in front of the column name. So there are shortcuts of doing it, right? If you click here and press, now A8 has to remain as A8. So what do? I can do it manually. You'll get the answer. If I go and make it A8, 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 it will get the answer. But instead of that, you can type the $sign, A$8, right? And then copy it down. Now you can see you have got the answer. Answer is correct. I'll make it green and bold. It's a correct answer. And this one also, I'm going to say equal this cell into this. But here, it's a column name that is changing. So I put a dollar sign in front of the column name. Right? The shortcut to get this is function key 4. On your keyboard, I'll do it and show you. If you press F4, it puts dollar sign for both. Again, you press F4, it will put the dollar sign for row. Again, it will put it for column. Again, it will put it for nothing. It keeps on changing among the 4 options, right? But remember, the new keyboards, this will not work. I had a computer where when you press it goes blank, goes to the sleep mode. So in that case, you have to press it with the function key. On the left side of the keyboard bottom, you get Fn key. So if the F4 is not working, press Fn F4. Okay. So first you better find out, otherwise you run into other problems when you press these keys. So find out which key works for you. So for this one, I need to put the dollar sign in front of A. There you are. Now I copy it across. You get the answer. Let's go and see what has happened. Formula, show formula. There you are. So this is my correct answer. I'll make it green and bold. When I come down, the A8 has remained as A8. The 8 didn't change. Here, the A hasn't changed. Earlier it was B, C, D, E. Now it's A8, 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 A8. So therefore it's always referring to this cell. So you get the answer. Is that clear? Now this is something I always tell my students in my classes. If you understand 100% of the stuff I am teaching, you go to a hospital and check your brain. That cannot happen. But at least you should know that this guy did something like this. You can always call me, even after the lecture. Any day you can call me when you're. If you come across a problem, you can just call me unless I'm at a lecture. Till I give the answer, you keep on bugging me. No problem. Right? Sometimes I forget. Call me, send me the data. Don't send me confidential data. Change the data and send it to me, and then we can work online by Zoom or something. Right? So the other thing is, certain things, if you understand, it's good. If you don't understand, still it's good. It's okay, not good, okay. But these things you have to understand. Now this is something like that. 100% you have to understand why we put the dollar sign. Okay, now let me ask you a question. Here I'm going to say equal this cell into this one. And I'm going to put the dollar sign in front of both. Right, sorry. In front of both. We need to fix only the row, but I have fixed a column also. But, right, dollar $A. If I copy it down, the first one definitely gets the answer. That's even if you don't put the dollar, the first one gets the answer, no? Because it's multiplying the 2. If I copy it down, what do you think? Will I get the answer or not? Just answer, unmute and give me an answer. Give a guess.
Asoka,
Yeah.
there is a small request from the organization. They would like you to go a little fast on these because these people have already, it looks as if they have been learning these, these steps before.
All right,
So
good.
you can express because no one is answering, and also I'm trying to understand whether they have any problem in downloading the file. If
Yeah.
the folder is open, go to the file, right click on that, and it says download, and it automatically makes a copy of that file in your computer.
Yeah. In the download folder. Right, okay. Yeah, can you ask a question from the audience? Have you got downloaded?
Can anyone answer these? Because
Yes,
we are
Mr.
lots
Ashoka,
of
we have
people
downloaded.
telling us.
Right, okay.
Okay, super.
So if you put the dollar sign for both, it will work. But sometimes remember, a lot of people just for the sake of fixing it, they put the dollar sign for both. Don't do it. Certain times you need to change it one direction, not the other direction. So therefore it will not work, right? Okay, I'll go a bit fast on these things, but please tell me. That's why earlier also I asked whether it's okay. So then somebody said it's okay.
I think every 10 minutes or 15 minutes, if you just can
Yeah.
ask somebody to respond back,
Hmm.
it will help us, no? Because otherwise
Yeah.
we are one-sided story.
Correct, correct.
Right. Thank you. I'll mute mine.
So this is what I was explaining. If you copy it this way, it will be C3, D3, C4. I'll just finish this off fast. And then dollar sign will fix it. You can see the difference here. D3 fixed to C3. And this way, you can see all three options. And here, whichever you drag, it's C3, right? Okay. Working with formulas and functions. I think basic functions you must be knowing. Just open module 1A. We'll run through that very fast. I don't want anybody, because I think all of you know these things, but sometimes there may be one or two who doesn't know. Without the basics, no point in doing the advance, right? So go to 1A. Okay, so here we are. To get the total, you put equal sum and then select from here to here, right? And press enter. To get the highest, you use equal max and then select the same range, right? Okay. Now I told you about naming cells. Now if you want to give a name for this whole range, I can select this range and go to the place where you have the cell address, and I can give a name. When you're giving a name, you can't have spaces, you can't have special characters. There are some rules. I'll say salary, or whatever, any name you want, and press the enter key. So it will take that name. That's a shortcut of giving a name. So instead of saying equal min, I just put S. The salary is there. You can double click on it. There you are. Min of salary, right? Then average, you can say equal average. Put S, you can see the salary. That's faster than dragging. Right. Number of employees, using the employee number, you say equal count. Employee number, you count it. I think it will tell you how many times it occurs, right? And here I'm using the name. I'll say equal count and user names. It should give the count, but it doesn't give. It gives 0. The reason is count counts only numbers. It won't count the text. So here it gave the correct answer, but here it's not giving the correct answer because there's a text, right? So instead of count, you have to put count A. I'll go here. Count A will count everything. Whether it's a number or text, it will count. So now even for this one, I can make it count A. It will give the same answer. Right? Count A counts anything. If I put a text even here, it will give the same answer. So the answers for these: change font color. Select this one. Change the font color to whatever color you want. You can see the answers, right? Okay. That's basic functions. Just to make sure that we cover everything. Count and count A is very important. Learn to learn, very important. If you want to learn any formula of any function in Excel, click on formulas. Here it's grouped. These are auto sum. These are the ones which I've used recently. These are financial functions. You get a heap of functions. Logical, text can be used only for text. Date and time, lookup and reference, Let's say you go to any of these more functions, statistical here, you get about I think 600 odd functions, right? It's keep adding more. So if you, let's say you want to find out something, let's say logical function if, click there and say help on this function, help on this function. It'll give you a detailed explanation, a help about the function, right? And remember, this is called the syntax, or we call it the format. A lot of people call it the format, but the correct name is syntax. Any function, when you enter in any formula, automatically the syntax will be shown at the bottom. So in the syntax, if any part, now this has three parts, the logical test, value if true and value if false. If any part is within square brackets, that means it's optional. You can do that without that. So these things you should know, right? So here the examples are there. You can study all these functions on your own. Okay. Please stop me and ask any questions if you have anything. Then number formatting, again, I think you must be knowing, we can use 3 digits for this, hash, 0 and question mark to do number formatting. Can we open module 2D? I'm sure you must be knowing the first two. The last one also I'll show you what the question mark. 2D. Formatting numbers, dates and time. If you go to the very first one sheet, there are so many sheets. Okay. Now can you tell me, have you opened this file, everyone? Please unmute and speak to me. Please feel free with me, right?
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Okay, right. Now,
Excuse me. Sorry. Before moving to that, this module 2,
Yeah.
I have one question related to the module 1.
Yeah.
Is there any possibility to count? I mean, get a count with different cell colors? I mean, if we have, red, green, and colors, is there any possibility to get a count of different colors, number of cells?
yeah, let me ask you that. How have you colored it? By using conditional formatting or just colored it?
Just coloring.
Yeah, if you have used conditional formatting, you can use that same condition and put a count if. But if you have just colored it, then I will come back to you because I haven't tried that. But there's a way of getting the cell attributes,
Yeah.
and then you have to specify the color, right? With formatting, you can do it. I will check and let you know. If you
Yeah,
just drop
thank
an
you.
email on that, please, then I will
Sure.
don't forget, right? Good.
Sure,
Thank you very
sure,
much
thank
for that
you.
question. These are the things that
Okay.
when you ask questions, I also learn. If I don't know, I go to the internet and search for it, go to a forum and get for it.
Yeah,
Good question.
thank you very
Yeah,
much. Thank you.
normally we do
Okay.
coloring with the conditional formatting. So in that case, we can always get the count. But when you format it manually, this is the first time I come across a situation like that. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, sure, thank you.
Okay. So please ask questions like that. Yeah.
Would you be able to take us through, in the case of conditional formatting where it's applied,
Yeah.
colors,
Uh,
would you also just be able to take us through how we get a count
yeah, no
in
problem.
terms of
Yeah.
conditional formatting?
We'll do
Okay.
that. We'll do that when I'm doing. Just remind me, right? I'll do that.
Okay.
Now, are you everyone is familiar by using the hash and 0 and how you do it? Or do you, can I skip this part? Let me ask you. Number formatting.
Please do it.
Okay. There's an exercise here which you can try. I'm not going to do that whole exercise. And there's a small note also here. Symbols used to format numbers are this. Delimiters. A delimiter is a symbol that is used to separate something. The decimal and the integer part, you use a dot. Then for 1,000 separators in a number, you use a comma. So those are called delimiters, right? So delimiters could be comma and dot for the number. Right? Let me just take, you can go one by one and do it and see how it works. Let me take this one. These are same set of numbers I have. Select this, right click, go to format cells. Now there's an easy way of formatting, that is select this and go to this comma style and you can increase or decrease the numbers, but this is custom formatting. So right click, go to format cells. There are so many number formats here, but go to custom. Again, you get so many number formats, go to custom, right? Here, now when I selected these cells, my active cell is this one, number 25, this cell. B6 is an active cell because I selected from here to here. Right? Always when you are putting a custom format, keep your eye on the sample. It will show you how your active cell will look like, right? So I delete this, the current format. I put a 0. What happens? The 25 is shown. It won't show only 5 of the 25 or 2 of the 25. The whole number is shown even for 1 0. 2 zeros, still the 25. 3, it will become 025. 4, 0025. Then I put a dot and I put a 0. So my 25 is shown as 0025.0. How does it work? It will fill up zeros to the number of zeros that we give in the format. Very simple. Clear? You put another 0 for the decimal, yeah, your 25 will be shown like this. And if I say OK, see what happens. Everything, make sure that it has digits to the number of zeros that I have given. So the value doesn't change by putting a leading 0. Value doesn't change. So therefore, value is the same, but the format has changed, right? Actually, I had to put this one. When you are doing the exercise, you can put this and see how it works, but I'm just showing it by putting, okay, without the 0, let me put the hash. I put a hash. 25 is 25. Keep an eye here. Keep an eye on the sample. Another hash, hash, dot, and so many hashes, nothing happens. The hash will give the number, display the number only if that number has a value. Right? Only the number, the value will be shown. Then one might ask why you need hashes. Yeah, I'll show the reason. There are ways, right? Okay. Then let's see the question mark. I put 1, 2, still 25. The moment I put the third one, you can see the 25 moves a bit. Another one, there you go. What happens? It will fill up to the number of question marks, it will fill up with a space. It works the same as a 0. Difference is 0 will fill with the 0, question mark will fill with the space. That's the difference. I hope you understood. Now you can use this. So let me put this one 0, 0, 0. Now here we can use a comma 0, 0, 0. Dot 0, 0. That's what I am supposed to put. And say okay. You can see how these numbers are shown. And you can combine them. You can put hash 0, 0, comma, again hash 0, hash, comma, dot. Anything you want you can put. So let me do this one also. Right click, go to format cells, custom. I put 3 hashes, only 25 is shown, then 3 zeros. For the 3 zeros, it makes sure that it shows 3 digits. So it becomes 3025. And then dot, and I put the question mark, 3 question marks, and see what has happened to the numbers. You can see for the decimal place, it has kept 3 spaces for the question mark. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? So that's how it works, right? So these things I'm not going to, this is what I showed earlier. Any of these, if you click on it, you can see the format, general, currency, right? Percentage. Go to the other sheet, B1. Is that clear? Okay. You have 3 symbols to use for the number formatting, and you know what it does, right? You all don't answer. Okay. Go to the other sheet. Now you should know some tips, okay? If I say, now this is number or text. This is a text. How do you know? It has gone to the left side and you get YDS. So if I say sum of C5 to C6, it will give a 0. Remember, Now this one, the same two, it will give error. So if you add like this, the moment you hit a text field, it comes with error. But with the sum, the text cells with text is ignored and the balance is calculated. So that's the advantage in sum without using the plus sign, right? When you use the plus sign, if you have a text field, it will come with error, even when you are adding a range. But with the sum, the text field will be ignored. Right. But here again, I have put 45 yards, 55 yards, and here I have said J5 plus J6, and it has got added. Now, how can that happen? This is what we do with the formatting, right? Just type two numbers here, whatever you want, 56, 44. Just type two numbers. Formatting is a very powerful tool. Remember, you can do formatting for more than one day. There are so many formatting. Let me do the basics. Select these two, any two numbers, right click, go to format cells, select custom. Okay, let me take it here. Delete this general because the numbers I have entered is in general. I delete that. To show the number, you have to put a 0 or a hash or a question mark. So I put a 0. It will show 56. Then leave a space, and remember in formatting, within double quotes, you can put any damn thing you want. You put your name, it will come with your name. Not two single quotes, it should be double quotes with a shift and apostrophe, double quote. What do you want to put? You can put Fonterra, it will come with Fonterra, right? Okay. I'll put, let's say, hours. It will come with 56 hours. There you go. And say okay. Is it a number or text? It's a number. Why? It's on the right side. So the difference is, when you select this, the actual value of this cell, you can't see from the cell. Actual value can be seen here on the formula bar. What you see is 45 yards. But when you click here, what you see is only 56, not the hours or yards, whatever. That's the difference. So the hours have come from formatting, right? So if you want to put the unit of measure in the cell itself without putting it in another column, you can use this option. And can you calculate this? Yes. I can say I can use the worst option of calculating this plus this, where it will definitely come, if there's error, it will be 100 hours. Right. Let me ask you, is it clear?
Yeah, Mr. Shuru.
Okay, right. Now let me show you a small thing. Don't do these things, but if you really want, you can put a value in a cell, let's say 1000, right? And right click and format this, go to custom. Without putting 0 or a hash to show the number, only double clicks, I'll put Fonterra. Right. So for 100, instead of 100, it will see Fonterra. Right? Now in my formula, I am going to say equal this cell into 5. You get an answer as Fonterra. Why? Because of the formatting. Because here the formatting it has taken. But the answer I am going to put it into number format by going here, comma style. You get the answer as 5000. Now you protect it so that you can't click on this cell. So what happens? What happens? People get confused. They go here, they can click on this cell, it says J12 into 5, but J12 has Fonterra. It's a text. How can that happen? And you won't, by protecting, you can make sure that you can't click this. So you can't see what is inside. But inside this, what you have is 1000. So these things also people do for some security reasons, right? So if you come across a situation like that, know how to get it. Okay. Now, let's go to formatting fractions. Okay. Then another one, hiding values in a cell. If you want to select all these things, now one way we used to, one method we used to hide those values was make the font color white, right? If you make the font color white, in the early versions, when you select, you can see it in white and light blue. When you select, you can see. But the correct way of hiding is right click and go to format cells, go to custom. If you put a semicolon or two semicolons, only the numbers are hidden. Right? Only the numbers are hidden. But if you put three semicolons, numbers and text, everything is hidden. Right? Numbers and text, everything is hidden. Just try that. Okay, so hiding, very important, right? So to get it back, you have to select it, right click, go to format cells, and then make it general or something, it will come back, right? Okay. Go to the other one.
Just a quick question.
Yeah.
In the previous example, when we sort of made the cell with Fonterra, when we protected it, can you walk us through that as well, if
Yeah.
it's required to do so?
Yeah. What happened? I'll undo it. Control is it? Yeah, this one. Now, what we do is, let me hide this. There are three types of protections. I'll be doing protections later, but just let me show you, refresh that when you're doing it again. We go to the sheet protection, right? Sheet protection means by default all the cells are locked. So let's say this column I want to select. This is the area that I'm going to let you work. Right click and go to format cells and go to protection and remove the lock. Remove the lock doesn't do anything till you do a password. Put your password. Now you put the password. To put the password, you go to review and say protect sheet. Right. If you just put the password, still you can click on this cell. I'll just put a password and show you. I put A. Okay, A. Right. Okay. Now can I click? Can I change anything? You can't change anything. But you can click here. When you click, you can see the answer here. So the purpose is lost. Right. So therefore, at the time of protecting, I'll unprotect again. What you do is, at the time of putting the password, you say the lock cell selection you remove. By default, both are ticked. You remove this one and then say select only the unlocked cells. So you are allowing only the unlocked cells to be selected. That is these cells, this column, and say OK. Right. Okay. Now put a password. Yeah, I just protected without a password. That's okay. You can do. If this is unprotected, that means you are in protected mode. Now you can enter anything here, right? Anything here you can enter, but you can't click on it. Yeah. So without clicking, you can't see what is inside that. Okay, that's one way. The other way is remove the format bar and then protect. Unprotect it. Click on file. There are various ways you can do it. Go to options, advanced. There's a place where we can remove the formula bar. Remove this. Show formula bar, remove it. So you can't see the formula bar even. The formula bar is missing. Now you protect it. Right? Now you can simply put this also and protect, no problem. Why? Because even if you click, there's no formula bar to show what it is inside there. Do you get it? Is that clear?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, right. I'll put the formula back. So options is another lesson, but which is not included in this. There are so many options that you can change and make your worksheet look like a Word document even, right? Show formula bar. Right. Where are we now? Okay, time formatting, number formatting. One more thing here. Now, I'll go to a new sheet. Why don't you go to a new sheet? When you type, let me widen a column and type sales. Now, you'd have seen in annual reports and all, when you type sales, you have huge values, let's say 150, 123, 123, right? 160, 123, 123. Let's say these are your sales, and select these two and I'll drag it down. You get a huge amount, right? Let me copy this again. You can copy from here, dragging, go to the 4 arrows, press the control and drag, it will copy, right? That's another way of copying, right? Okay. So both same values. Now, sometimes in reports, we put the figure by thousands by removing 3 zeros. Now, some people, what they do is simply they type without the 3 zeros again. Or some people, they divide it by 1000 and then type it. Then put the formula here. Don't do that, because if you're using this value in another formula, that will get changed. If I say this is equal to this divided by 1000, then the 3 zeros will go. But if you're using this in some cell, that value will change. So don't do that. It's by formatting you have to do it. Right? Let me copy this again onto another one. I'll have 2 of this. Sorry. You can see when there's no space also, it will put it to scientific format. Right? Okay. Select this, right click and go to format. Especially for finance people, you need this. You must be knowing, but let's go to number. Go to custom. You can do it with the 0 or the hash or whatever. I put a hash. What happens to the sample? Whole number is shown. I put a comma. What happened? 3 zeros went off. Look at the sample here. Put another comma. Another 3 went off. So if you want to show it by millions, you put 2 commas at the end. Put another comma, the whole damn thing went off, right? I'll put just 1 comma, right? And say OK. Right. You can see the value hasn't changed. The value is the same, but from formatting, I have reduced 3 zeros. So make sure that if you do this, to change your heading, otherwise people will get confused in thousands or something like that. In thousands. There are different ways you put it. You put in K or in thousands or whatever. Right? I'll do the same thing again here. The formatting is very interesting. Go to custom again. I'll put the hash. You can do with a 0 even. Put a comma, what happens? 3 zeros goes off. I put another hash, what happens? The 3 zeros that went off comes back, but with a comma style. I prefer to have this in comma style, but I have all the zeros now. So again, I put another comma. The principle or the rule is to end with a comma. End with a comma. If you put a, right, after the comma, you put another hash, again that will come back. But it will convert it to the comma style. Every 1000 there's a comma. So that's a better way. So there you go. So this is better than this. So again, I'll say sales. Let's say in thousands, K or whatever. Right. So that's also a good thing to know, because some people I have seen, they type the value here and hide this and say equal this divided by 1000, but they are using this in other places. So all that changes. Okay. Formatting fractions. I'll just do 1 or 2. These are the same set of numbers that you have everywhere. I select the second one. You can try this. Right click and go to format cells. and say fraction. Now Excel has given 3, up to 1 digit, up to 2 digits, up to 3 digits. Right? For this one, I'm going to put up to 2 digits. I want to put this one. What it means is the bottom part accuracy is only up to 2 digits, 64. The denominator, the bottom part is the denominator, numerator and denominator. No? So the accuracy of that, the number of digits in the denominator is only 2. This is what? 1 upon 128. So that has 3 digits. So you can't, it won't show that. So if I go to this one and put fractions up to 3 digits, you can see that also. But that's a maximum you can see. But if you have numbers with up to 4 digits, accuracy with 5 digits, precise numbers, then you can't show. Then you have to put your own format. Here you are. Put this one. You can go up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is how you do it. I'll select this. Put this format, right? What it means is put this format. Go to format cells. Now the numerator has to be 1. In all these things is 1 divided by the, this is only the what is changing. So therefore when you put that, you put 1 on top. The bottom part is changing. You put 1 hash, 2 hash, 3 hashes, 4, 5. You can put 6, 7, 8 even. You can see now, you can see all these things. Right? Compare this one and these two and this one. Let's put a different color. So you can see even 1 upon up to 5 digits. So it has only 4. So even the next one it will show. Right? So likewise, if you want to see something as halves, it's already there in Excel. It's there for you. When you right click and go to format cells, fraction, you can see as halves here, as halves. 0.25 is also shown as halves. That is wrong. So, right? So therefore, if you want to see something where the denominator is fixed and the numerator changes, I want to see these numbers as a half of 880. So what do? Right click, go to format cells, go to custom. Which part is changing? The top part is changing. Because 1 is 800, 880 over 880. Half is 440 over 880. The bottom part is fixed, but the top part is changing. So therefore, the top part is changing, I put a hash. But the bottom part slash 880, whatever figure you want. There you go. Half is this, quarter, like that, it will go. Right? And also this one, last one, we'll do it. Format cells. I want to show this in grams. So I put this format. Hash divided by 100. And then within double quotes, I told you can put anything. I'll say grams, GMS or G. You put G, no, for simple G, grams. Or let's say grams, anything you want. Come as it is. That's fraction formatting. Right? Okay. Any questions on this? Shall I proceed? Hello?
Can someone answer, because it's very, very dull, you know?
Yeah,
Yes, please proceed.
No, whether you're absorbing it, whether you're having anything that we would like to repeat.
yeah.
Nothing
Please.
is.
Or tell me if you need a 5-minute break even, right? I know it's very difficult to stay with the computer.
Please proceed. Yeah, there you are. Super.
Date formatting. Now this is very important. Very interesting as well. What you have to do is put these formats onto these dates. The question is given here. It's format in the format, right? Okay. Select B5 to C5. Then it's B5 to C5 and put this format. So I'm not going to do everything. I'll do the last one. That's homework for you, which I know you will never do, right? Okay, right click and go to format cells. See the time, the date formatting. The delimiters used are Y, M, and D for year, month, and day. And for delimiters, you can use the symbols. Rather, the delimiters you can put a dash or a space or a colon, anything you want. So I put D, you get 1. What is my active cell? This one. So because it's first, you get 1. You put DD, you get 0, 1. I put a dash or a hash or whatever, I put a dash. I put M, it'll come with 1 because first 1 is January. Put 2 M's, it'll be 0, 1. Put 3 M's, it'll give you the first 3 letters of the month. You put 4 M's, you get the full name of the month. You put 5 M's, you get the first letter of the month, which I don't know. Still, I'm trying to find out for what purpose they use it. Maybe there is some reason for that. Because the issue is for January, June, July, all you get J, right? Anyway, I put 4. Then I put dash. I put Y, 12. 2 Y's, 12 again. Now 3 Y's will not give it as 0, 1, 2. Here either can be shown in 2 digits or 4 digits. Even if you put 3, it will be 4 digits or 4. I leave a space. I put D again. Again 1 will come. There's no end to it. Again D. Let me put 3 D's and see what happens. It tells you what that date is, whether it's Saturday or Sunday, which is very important when, especially on schedules. Otherwise, you have to go to the calendar and see whether it's Saturday or Sunday. I put another day to get the full name. Right. I put DDD again. M. Right. Then DD. Y. M. Anything, any number of times you can put it. And then you put double quotes and put some garbage there, that will also come. Look at my sample. Say okay. Looks like a sentence. There you go. Here. Can I do calculations with this date? Yes. Why? With the actual value is this. The real value is only this. Even those who never believe what you see, even in real life, you should not believe what you see. No, it's like that here as well, right? So, if you want to see the actual value, you go to this. Okay. Now I told you date is a number. Both these sets of numbers are same. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me select one of these. I'll select this. Go here to Home tab, Formatting, and say long date. Just study what it is. Because sometimes when you tell that, people are a bit confused. How can it be a number? You have to understand properly. When you know the basics, it's easy to learn the advanced stuff actually, right? Okay. So 1 is Sunday, January 1st, 1900. 2 is Monday, January 2nd. 31 is January 31st. And 32 is February 1st of the same year. 366 is December 31st. 367 is the next year's January 1st. So it's a running serial number. By subtracting a date from another date, you get the number of days in between. Simple as that. Very easy. Okay. Is that clear? Okay. In that case, if that is the case, okay, can you type your birthday here? If you're typing it in US or UK, make sure that you put the correct way, right? Don't put the month in. If it's the US, you put the month first. Otherwise, you put in the ISO format, which I always use. I put the date, dash, put the month in 3 letters, and then put the year. You're safe. I think you must be knowing there are 2 very important functions in Excel called today and now. If I type today somewhere, if I say equal today, open and close brackets, nothing in between, it will give the current system date. If your computer date is wrong, whatever. Sorry. If your computer system date is wrong, this is wrong. Right? And likewise, if you say now, open close bracket, you get the date and time. These are very useful tools, right? but never use it as a timestamp or date stamp, because tomorrow when you come, it'll be tomorrow's date, right? Now my time is 10:26. Okay, we'll wait till 10:27 and see what happens. To the now here, nothing will happen, but it's dynamic. Now my clock time is 10:27. Still nothing happened here. But the moment you do something somewhere and press the enter key, it gets refreshed. 10:26 will become 10:27. Right? Because I'll tell you, these are becoming boring also. Something that happened to me when I did a lecture for a container company. They had 68 containers. I just told that, these two are there today and now. So next day, these guys are gone and put now for the departure time of the container. Very simply, they have 5 containers moving at the same time. They put now and dragged it down. So all the departure time is there. They were happy. Next morning when they came, the time is that day's time. So they lost the time. And then they called me, sir, again, no, sir, then make yeah, it's dynamic. So I didn't stress that. I told it's dynamic, but I didn't stress that. So it's my fault as well, partly. I told it's dynamic. I showed this also to them, but they thought easy way out. Okay? So never use it as a date stamp or time stamp. If you want to use anything as a time stamp or a date stamp, there's a shortcut. Press Control and semicolon. Control semicolon. If you want to enter today's date, press Control semicolon. If you want to enter the time, Shift, Control and semicolon. Now, these two, this is today function, this is now function. Never use it. These are dynamic. These are static. Can use as timestamp. Right? Not the other two. Now see, the time here has changed to 10:29, but this is 10:28. Right? So if you want to put the date and time both together, like here, then what do you do? Simple. That is also like that date formatting. Control semicolon, put the space bar, Shift Control semicolon. You do it, it will keep on coming. Right? So remember, these things are important. It will make your life faster. Whenever you have to enter the date without typing, just press Control semicolon. You can change the format later on to whatever the format you want, right? By putting the DDMMYY. Right, now, I told you date is a running serial number. So if I say today minus this date, I should be able to get the number of days that I lived. Have you ever checked that? No. Because date is a running serial number, so let me put it equal today minus this cell, my birthday. Yeah, tell me what answers you get. Do you get an answer? Or you get something else? What do you get? You get another date. So you get confused. Now this is what happens. Date calculations are simple as normal number calculations, but sometimes you get confused with the answer. Whenever you are expecting a number, you are getting a date. Or when you are expecting a date, you are getting a number, because date is a number. So what do you do then? Select this one and make it number or general format. That's the number of days that I have lived. Okay, done. Then let's say I want to find out when I will be so many days old. Let's say you want to throw a party. Now mine is 21,763 days. No? So I want to throw a party when I'm 25,000 days old. So what do? Birthday plus 25,000. 2034th May, you can come for a party. If I live that long. Okay. Okay. So date calculations are very easy, very simple. I always tell, know the basics. You can proceed from there. Any questions?
Excuse me, Mr. Chakra.
Yeah.
Can we get the answer by how many years, how many months, and how many days?
I'll be doing that. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
There is no function in Excel to get that. In 2003, Excel version, it was there. 2000 and 2003. There's a function called date diff, but it's not there now. Actually, I wrote to Microsoft and asked whether we can use it because it's not there in here. It's not there under formulas. Under date and time, it's not there. So they replied me saying, yes, you can use it. Only thing, because it's a Visual Basic function, they have taken it off from here. But that's the only way to get it by number of years, months and days, right? So if you want to get this by number of days, years and months, there's a function called date diff. I'll be doing that. Shall I do it when I'm doing it? Or let me just put it here. Anyway, I'll do it in date difference. Old date, new date. Here you can't see the help pause is not there. Old date out of the 2 days is my birthday. New date is today. Comma. Within double quotes, you put Y to get the number of years. Right? And then I'll copy this. Control C. Escape. Paste it. I'll do this again tomorrow. I'll put a in between, otherwise it will be together. You get 59, 59, 59. Because I put the same thing. 59 years, 59 months, 59 days. No, it's wrong. So what you have to do is change only the format. In this one, now this is the formula I put. Let me type it here. The formula I put here is this one. In this, the format I put for Y for everything. But if you want to get the months, you had put not Y. If you put M, see what happens. Let me go here and put M. For the second one, I'm going to put M. The answer is correct, but you can't give the answer like this, no? You can't say 59 years, 715 months and 59 days. Right. And if I put D here, answer is correct. Give me a second. You get confused here, so I'll put years. Right. Now it will be clear for you, no? Months. And in here I'll put and days. So 59 years, 715 months and 21,763 days is wrong. But if you want the period in months, this is correct. If you want the period in days, this is correct. So therefore, to subtract the years and get only the months, I put YM here instead of month. YM. Prefix it by the previous one. And this one I put MD. Then it will remove the years and months and then put only the days. So I am 59 years, 7 months and 1 day old. I said today. Tomorrow when I come, it will be 2 days old. Right? So especially when for the HR department, when you want to calculate the experience of people, don't use anything. I have seen companies using the number of years, then divide it by 12 and 365 and I don't know, do all sort of things, but it doesn't calculate the leap years and all that. This will calculate everything and give you a perfect answer. Okay. Does it answer your question? Okay.
Sure. Thank
Yeah, I'll do that in detail again. Okay. Right. Now let's move on to time formatting. If you want to type, now this is how the time works. Everything starts with 1.00, means I told you the integer part is a date, decimal part is a time. So when I say 1.00, it's midnight 12. 1.25 means 25 is quarter, no? Quarter of 24 hours is how many hours? 6. You have 24 hours for a day. Quarter of 24 is 6. So that is 6 a.m. That is how it works. Half of the day, 12 hours, 12 p.m. 0.75, 3/4 of the day, 18 hours, that is 6 p.m. Can you see it's p.m. 2 is 2nd January, midnight 12. And if I say 2.3456 something, that is 8:17:47 a.m. The time is saved with a 10-digit decimal number in Excel. So it not only stores hours, minutes, seconds, but 1/10 of a second, 100, 1000, 1/10,000, like that it goes on. Okay? It's a very precise time that it saves. Okay. I'll just do a quick one and show you. If you understand, it's good. If you don't understand, still it's okay. Look at this. I'll say equal now. Again, I'll say equal now. This one, I'm going to change the format to decimal. Go to format cells. 0 dot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. After that, it's all zeros. So there we are. It's a 10-digit. Yeah, look at the sample. 10-digit number. Right. Now I told you this is dynamic. I put now here for both. So when I do something here, you can see that changes. This will change. If I type something faster than a second, in the second one, can you see for the second, it's a 5th character that changes. 44446, 4448, 4449, 45, there you go. The 5th character will change. So that means the 6th one is 110, 7th one is 100, 1000, 110,000. It's so, like that it goes on. Right? It's only the 5th character. Make it my second digit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make 5. Make a 1/10, like that it goes on. Anyway, just for knowledge, because when you know these things, then you can imagine the way forward. Right? Let's move on. So if you want to type the date and time together, now here again, for the time we use HMS, okay, H:\M, HMS, MMSS. You can put these formats and see how it works in the time. If you want to see only the hours and minutes, you put H. You can even say H-M. With the formatting you can enter, but at the time of entering, for the time, a big mistake people do is you enter the time like this. Remember, very important to know this. Excel will not take this as a time. Let me put it here, 5:15. It will take it as 5.15. This is wrong. Never enter a time with a dot. You have to put the colon, nothing else but the colon. 5 and 15. This is a valid time. So in other words, that's wrong. Wrong time. This is correct. Or else you can say 5 colon 15 minutes colon 22 seconds. Valid. It's a number. But if I put that with the dot, what happens? 5 dot 15 dot. Excel gets confused because there can't be a number with 2 decimals. It will put it as a text. See, it went to this side. It went to this side. It went to this side. So remember, entering, you have to enter with a colon. But if you want to display, now this is a valid time, you can display with this time by changing the format using the whatever you want. You can say h.mm.ss. You can display with the dot. But enter cannot be done. Very, very important to know that. You have to enter to the system with the colon, but you can display even with a dash or whatever you want. If you want to enter the date and time together into Excel, you have to enter the date, whatever the format you want, and then leave a space and then enter the time. Okay. Now let's say I have put a in time and out time like this. Sometimes people come, especially the security people, when the replacement doesn't come, they have to stay overnight. So let's say the security has come in at this date, this time, and gone out at this date, this time. I want to find out how many days, how many hours, how many minutes, how many seconds he has worked to make his payment. What is the formula? Very simple. Out time minus in time. See how simple it is? But the problem is you get the answer in a different way. The 2 is correct. Integer part is the number of days. Right? 12 to 14, 2 days. But this is what we can't read. If I make it 11, see what happens? It will be 3 days. The 3 days. Right? So the number days is correct. But it's a hours, minutes and seconds that I need to know. So what do? Right click and go to format cells. Go to custom. Put DD to get the days. If you want, you can put a label within double quotes. Days. MM to put the months. MTH or something. Not months. Let's say THS months. And DD to show the days. 2 days, 1 month and 2 days. 2 years. This should be years, no? Sorry. Format. That's a label. So whatever I put, it will come as it is. Sorry. Wait. 2 days. SS. Sorry, this is SS. What am I doing? 2 days. Give me a second. DD. Sorry, days. Looks like I need a break. HH is HH to get the hours. Right? HRS dot MM to get the minutes. MTS dot and SS to get the seconds. I was putting DMY, thinking it was years and months. So 2 days, 4 hours, 10 minutes and 8 seconds. See whether it's correct. 33 minus 25 is 8. 55 minus 45 is 10. 12 minus 8 is 4 hours. 14 to 12 is 2 days. Very easy. Now let's say you're paying him by hourly rate. So you have to get it in hours. Same answer. How many hours should be there? 2 days is 48 hours plus the 4 hours 52. Answer is the same. Go to format. Go to custom. Don't put the DD. If you put the DD, the days will come. So I don't put it. But if you put the HH, only the 4 will come. Right? Remember that. Without putting the D, if you put the HH, it doesn't mean it will convert that onto HH. Hours. No. You put the hours within square brackets. SS if you want the others. 52 hours, 10 minutes and 8 seconds. Okay. Let's say this is a production time and you need to get it in number of minutes or number of seconds. Then what do? Same answer. This minus this. If you want the number of minutes, don't put the preceding ones, days and hours. You put but if you put you get only 8. No, you put within square brackets. You get 3130 minutes, right? Which is correct. 50 hours is 3000. 2 hours is 120. So 3120. With this 10 minutes is 3130. So you will not forget it because all given here. Even if you want to calculate the number of seconds, you can do it by putting the SS within square brackets. Right? That's how you work. Okay. Yeah. Go to this one. Now look at this. This is a dialog bill. I want to find out the total time. Sum here to here. Will I get it? No, it's a 0. Why? This is a text. You can't have a dot for the time. Luckily it's sum. If I use a plus sign, it will be error. Now, how to make all these dots into colons? You select this. Click on Home tab. You click on Home tab. Okay. Go to Find and Replace. Find and select and say Replace. What do you want to find? I want to find the dot. Put a dot there. And replace with what? With colon. Shift and semicolon. And say replace all. Simple. All done. We have made 32 replacements. So altogether 16 here. Each has 32 replacements. You got the answer. But still I can't read it. So what do? Go to Format Cells. Put the format. Go to Custom. Hours, minutes, seconds. HH, SS. Or you within double quotes you put hours, minutes. 21 minutes and 40 seconds I have spoken. The total time. Okay. Any questions? Hello? Any questions? Is that clear? What, you're enjoying a tea or something?
Clear.
Right, okay. Any questions you have? Shall I proceed?
Yes.
Ashoka,
Yeah.
can you ask the group? Ashoka, can you ask the group whether they would like a 5-minute break?
Not as much, yes. Shall we take a small break of 5 minutes?
Yeah. It's good.
Better, no? Yeah. Right, okay. So let's have a 5-minute break. Okay. Cheers for that.
Yeah, sorted, huh? Right.
Oh, 10:55, I'll be back.
Okay, right.
10:55, I'll be back. Right. Yeah. Okay, so here I am, I'm back. Are you all back?
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
Okay. Now, just can somebody tell me, like, I mean, did you all learn anything new on this? Because these are basics, and I went a bit fast, right? But were there any new things? Were there any useful things that you learned up to here? No?
Yes, yes.
Right.
Actually,
Okay.
there were a lot.
Ah, great. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, individual people, I told you, I mean, different standards. Normally, we all learn Excel by our own, mostly, or ask somebody. Even I learned my Excel like that, right? So, but then, I mean, later I was sent, yeah, just to tell you, when I joined Brandix in 2006, I was doing training. There was a requirement to do pivot tables, which I didn't know. I bought a huge book, paid 2,200 rupees and bought a huge book on Excel and tried to learn pivot tables. Halfway through, I got stuck. Then, luckily, 2 weeks later, Shashraf asked me, Asoka, there's a guy coming from India, Dr. Nitin. He's MVP, Microsoft Most Valued Professional. I know you know your Excel, but if you want, I can nominate you. We got one slot from Microsoft. I said, please, I'm a person who will learn from anyone. And I was nominated for this. Advanced Excel trained the trainer for 5 full days from 9 to 5 at the Distance Learning Center. There were 8 participants from different companies, all trainers. I was the oldest guy there. And thanks to him, I learned my Excel in a structured way, right? So with a book, I couldn't learn because the problem is the book doesn't say when you get stuck how to come out of it. I'll give that example where I got stuck when I'm doing pivot tables. So that's why there are so many small things which we never think is useful. Okay, let's get back. So I feel sorry for the people who learned Excel before that session. Anyway, what to do, right? So here we are, the number formatting fractions, custom lists and fill and options. Another useful thing. Let's stop the video. Now, there's a thing called custom list. I think you may be knowing. So if you put something onto the custom list, you can always put one of the values and drag down. Automatically, the others will come, which is very useful. By default, the short names and the long names of months and weekdays are available. That is why when you put SAT and drag down, you get Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, right? Or you put MAR or March, you can drag down, you get April, May, June, July. Where it's already there. But we can enter our own data onto that and we can use it. The most common data that we are using, we can put it there and keep it, right? Once you put it in one Excel sheet, it's available for all your sheets. And also data can be sorted in that order. That's another useful thing. Okay. So can you open module 2C? Can you open module 2C? Module 2C. Custom lists. Go to the first one, first sheet. Here. Go to the first sheet. If you want to get a series of numbers, I think all of you know, there are so many ways. You type 1 and 2, select both, with the fill handle you drag. Another method is type only 1 and drag it down, and there's a small box which appears here. Go there and change it to fill series. It will become 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? That's another way. The easiest way is, at the time of dragging, keep the control key pressed. You select this, and when you press the control key, you can see a plus sign coming. Keep it pressed and then drag. You can stop anywhere. One shot you get all the numbers. But if you want to have a series like 5, 10, 15, 20, then no way out. You have to type the first two numbers and then copy it down. You get 5, 10, 15. But again, if you want to make it 5, 10, 5, 10, 5, 10 like that, you want to repeat it. Then you go here and change this option to copy cells. The moment you put more than one number, it becomes fill series default. If you make it copy cells, it will be 5, 10, 5, 10 like that. Right? So you can change it to fill series. So April, I think you must be knowing. When you type April and drag, months will come. But the difference is, you have to notice, the first one will decide the case and whether it's short or long. How many cases are there in Excel? Uppercase, lowercase and proper case. There are 3 cases. Uppercase means everything capital. Lowercase means everything simple. Proper case means first letter capital, others simple. In Word, you get toggle case, sentence case, capitalize each word, but here only 3. Right? So if you put the first one, the full month, in proper case, everything that follows will be proper case, full name. Uppercase, full name, everything will be uppercase, full name. The first one will decide the case. Full name, lowercase, you can see. Short name, uppercase, everything will be. And these also like that. Full name, now, full name. Short name, uppercase, now, everything uppercase. This is interesting. Drag this date down. You can see all the dates. Right. Go to this one. See the options you have. Copy cells will copy the same date. Right. Fill series will do that. These two I'll do later. Formatting one. Fill days will also be the same. 20, 21, 22, like the date will change. Look at this one. The very important one is this one. Fill weekdays. Tell me what has happened when you say fill weekdays. The weekends have gone off. Only the weekdays are there. Right? Very useful tool. Fill months. The date remains the same. The month will change. After that, the year will change. Fill years will change the year. Keeping the date and month the same. Right. Let me go to a new sheet. Can you go to a new sheet? Widen column A. Put first January 21. Drag it down till December 31st. Lot of companies do this. At the beginning of the year, what they do is, they want to prepare schedules. So what they do is, put 1st January and drag till 31st December. And then to remove the weekends, they take a calendar and delete those. Never do it. Go to this one and say fill weekdays. Automatically the Saturday, Sundays are gone. And another thing that we have learned now, right click and go to format cells, go to custom. How do you want it to be shown? The date. I need to know the weekday also. So do you want it first? Then you put 3Ds in front. Friday, put a dash. And then DD MMM dash YY. Or you can put the Friday at the end. Whatever you want. You can put the year at the, I mean, the order doesn't matter here. Right? So let me put it, much better to put it like this. No? And maybe within brackets I want to say DDD. There you go. So you know whether it's a Saturday or Sunday. So Saturday, Sundays are missing because I have taken off. Right? Otherwise, you waste time by going through a calendar and removing. You can make mistakes, all sort of things. Okay. So custom lists. Go to this one. Then from 2013 onwards, there's a thing called flash fill. Right? Now, how flash fill works is, let's say you have a set of telephone numbers like this. I want to put, okay, let's take this one. I'll do one and show. Oh, yeah. I want to put the country code and also put the 0 within brackets in all these things. So the first one you type like that, 94 space within bracket 0 7767 65654. Make sure you type it exactly that same number. Don't make a mistake. Right? Done. I'll make it big. Now I copy it down. Everything will get that 94 and the 0, but this number is wrong. Can you see the number is wrong? It's not this number, no. Everything is the same number. So what you have to do is go here and save flash fill. Now it will automatically put these numbers onto this side. That is called flash fill. Very useful tool. Otherwise, you have to put the AND function or concatenate and then keep on adding. Just do the first one right, copy it down, and then flash it. Now let's see what has happened. Is it done? Have you done this? Okay. Did you manage to do it? No answer. Hello. Have you done this?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Have you done this before?
No, not it.
Right.
I haven't done, sir.
You haven't. Right. Okay. Now you can do this type of things also. Let's say you have your names typed like this. But I want the surname first, then the other names, and then the title within double quote, within brackets, with a dot also. So actually how this works is, the theory part of this is, whatever you add from outside will be added as it is. So what did I add from outside? The 94 and the 2 brackets. And whatever changes you do in the order also will be applied as it is to the rest. So what is the change I did? I put the 0, left a space between the first digit and the second one, and then put the zeros to the first digit. So everything, it has put a 0 to the first digit and added these two. So let's say these names, I want to put it like this. So the first one you type, Pereira, Shamal, Nishanta. I change the order. I'm adding the bracket and put in the title, adding a dot and close the bracket. So the additions are the 2 brackets and the dot. The other things are the changing of the order. Copy it down. Go here and flash it. There you go. Everything it does the same thing. That's called flash. Okay. I go to a new sheet. I type a name of a classmate of mine and drag down. What do you think will happen? Can somebody tell me? What will happen? If I type one of my a name of a classmate of mine and drag, what will happen?
Maybe copy it.
Huh?
Copy it. Same name.
It will be copied. Not really. I get all the names of my classmates. Can you see? So how can that happen? Like it doesn't mean Bill Gates was with me. No? He doesn't know these names. So that means it's coming from somewhere. Even the names like January, February, they are coming from somewhere. That is coming from a place called custom lists. So if you put something onto the custom list, you can put one and drag. Here I put A and drag down, I get B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. But you all don't get it because I have put this in that list. So let's see how to put something onto the custom list. Right? Click on File. Click on Options. File, Options. Go to Advanced. Scroll down right to the bottom. Right to the bottom. Click on Edit Custom Lists. There's a button called Edit Custom Lists. Click on it. You can see I have so many, but you all will have only 4. The short name, long names of the months and the weekdays. Okay. I want to enter the names. Can some, at least to make sure that you all are listening, can somebody tell me your names? Or one by one, can you tell a name? First name? Yeah, please.
Indica.
Indika. Okay, Indika. I type Indika, comma. What's another name? Give me another name. Somebody?
Pradeepa.
Kamali. What's the other one?
Pradeepa.
I didn't get you.
Pradeepa.
Pradeepa.
Yeah.
Comma. Another one? It's like marking the... Huh?
Then,
It's not clear, right? Okay. Ishara, right? Ishara. Okay. I just type 4 names separated by commas in simple letters, lowercase. And I click on Add. You can see it comes one under the other. If I didn't put a comma, instead of a comma, if I put a dot or something, it will be one item. And say OK. Say OK. I can go anywhere and start with anything. And also, if I put Ishara and drag down, what happens? It will keep on coming those names in that order. But I type everything in simple. Only one list I type, all in simple. You can type either in capital or simple. But the first one I am going to type in Indica in capital and drag it down. Everything will be capital. I typed in proper case. Right? I drag it this way. Everything in proper case. So the first one will decide the case, but the data is brought from the custom list. That is how it works. Okay. It's a very useful thing. The common stuff, your products, anchor, you put one and drag, and then remove whatever you don't want. Why? It will be fast, as well as there won't be spelling mistakes because if you put it properly. And remember, this is valid not only for this session. In this computer, for this particular login, for that username, it is valid. All the worksheets will be valid. Only once you have to do it. Now, The problem is, let's say, go to this. No. Yeah, go to exercise sort 2. Exercise sort 2. Let's do a practical one. I want to put the codes of this. I want to put these codes to the custom list. I want to put the codes to the custom list. Are there any duplicates? Yeah, no. There are duplicates also, right? So, without typing it there one by one, because when typing you can make spelling mistakes. So, without typing, what we do is take this list, get a copy. I'll say Control C, put somewhere here, and say Control V. Right? I want to remove the duplicates. Now, let's say, for example, you want to put all your customers into or suppliers into that list. Without typing it, you go to your sales file. Now, sales file will have it repeated so many times, the same customer. But you pick everything and then you click on data, select that, click on data and say remove duplicates. Say okay. Duplicates are removed. Only these are my unique values. Now you select that, go to file. You can go there and select also, but if you want, you select that and go there. Go to options, click on advanced, go right to the bottom, edit custom lists. You can see it's already selected here. Just say import, it will come. You don't have to retype it if it is already there. But remove the duplicates and get it. And say okay. Say okay. Now you can put any type. Let's say I put GG565. I put in simple and drag it down. It will start coming over there. Because I put the first one in simple, like all will be simple. Clear? So it's very useful. Okay. So let's say I want to put this into my list. Let's do it again. This one. So I've already taken the whole thing and remove the duplicates. You get this list. Because I want to sort this in this order. I want to sort this list in this order. Can I do it? Right click. Go to sort. A to Z. Jaffna comes first. No. I want the candy to come first. So you will never be able to sort it in that order. Now remember, this custom list can be called at the time of sorting. So then what you have to do is put this order onto custom list. So select all these things, remove the duplicates and make the order the way you want by moving it. So I have already done it. Select this, go to file, options, advanced, go right down, edit custom list. I hope I don't have it. Because normally in every class I used to, yeah, and say import. It won't get imported because it's already there. So yeah, there you go. So I'll remove this, delete it. Okay, permanent delete, right. Now I'll import it. There you go. Candy, Kegol, Jaffna, Tangol, and say okay. You can put the list only once, that's why. Say okay. Now I want to sort it in this order. So right click on any cell, click on sort. Don't use these two. Go to the last one. Custom sort. Sort by city, yes, okay, you can change it. Keep it as city. Sort on values, yes. Order is not A to Z, custom list. Now this custom list is the custom list that we have been entering items. So click on it. Go and select this. That's the order that I want. Say okay. You can, if you want, type it here even. Right? You can type it like this if you want. Manually you can type it here with a comma. But we have it there, so we got it. Now you can see it's sorted in candy first, then Kegol, then Jaffna, then Tangol. So remember, otherwise we put numbers and all sort of things and sort. Very simple thing. Look at this. Go to sort 1. I sort it by sales. Now it's in January, February order. Go to sales. What happens? My month ordered goes off for a 6. Then I want to get it back. You can undo and get it back, but then tomorrow when you come, you can't undo. So right click on a month and say sort A to Z. Will it work? No. April comes first. So early days, what I used to do is I put number 4 for April, 8 for August, December 12, February 2, January 1. Like that, put the numbers and then sort it by the number and delete that. You don't have to do it because this is already there. So right click on this sort and custom sort. Month values, go to custom list and select Jan Feb this order and say okay, it will come back to right. Even the month, for simple reason you can't do without that. That's custom list, very useful. Sorting, the simple sort and the advanced sort, we'll move on to that. Can you open number 2E? 2E, advanced sorting. These are, I think, most of them you must be knowing. So, but let me know. If you want to skip any of these, please let me know. Right? Two E. Sorting. You'll come and ask for a password. Click on read only button. Now this is password to modify. Right? When I do the protection, I'll tell you what these things are. Click on read only. Sort and filter. Okay. There's an example here. The questions are there. Question 1, sort by invoice number. Right click on any invoice number. Go to sort A to Z. Sorted by invoice number. Sort by customer, within customer by outlet. So first by customer, within that by outlet. Right. Then right click, go to sort, go to custom sort, go to custom sort. What does it say? Sort by customer. So change this sort by to customer. Values A to Z, that's okay. Add level, that's how you add another level. Within that by outlet. Go to outlet. There. Say okay. Right? Say okay. Now here all the Abans are together. Within Abans you can see Gaul and Kalutara again sorted. Then again Haley is together. Within Haley is Kalutara and can be sorted. Like that. That's multi-level sorting. Then sort by heading. What do you mean by that? Now let's say this data, you can sort it the other way, not row wise but column wise. Have you sorted column wise? Anybody? Yes? No? Now we are sorting row by row. No? Columns, changing the columns by sorting. Have you done it? Hello? Yes or no? Gone for lunch or what? Hello? Why don't you keep it unmute if you are not getting disturbed at home? I'm getting disturbed at home, so I came to my office, but then office is near the road, so that's why the vehicles, you can hear the sound of the vehicles, but then home will be worse, the dogs will be barking and all that. So anyway, please tell me, have you ever sorted by columns, column wise, where you move the columns this way and that way? Come on.
Can someone answer? Can someone at least chat? I don't see anything
Yeah,
at all.
I feel I fall asleep. No.
Answers have been given in the chat. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Answers have been given in the chat. Most of them say yes.
Ah, right. Okay. They're shy to answer the chatting. Now let me see. Yeah. You make use of the tools, no? Very true. Let me see.
Okay, there you
Oh,
are.
there are 24. Chat. Why? Wow. No.
Good, good, good.
Yes. No. Good. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Thank you.
No. Yes, I have getting the PPT after selling. Right. Okay. I have successfully go fast on these basics here. I support needed. Please call me if any technical support needed. Okay. Files are in this link available. Right. Okay. They have downloaded. Now, so we need to save. Say sample files. Okay, that's a message from you. Right. Okay. So you all have done it, but I'll just do it for the sake of the others. Let's say sometimes you need to now you have a huge set of columns. You need to change the order of the columns without cutting and pasting or copying and pasting. What you can do is you can simply put a number. Which one do you want first? Go here and just put 1 here. Then let's say customer should be the 0. I put 0 there for the customer. And then this should be the next one. So 0, 1, 2. Right? Like that you can put the order wherever you want. And then what do you do? Right click on a cell, you can go to data and sort even. Data and goes to sort, don't, right? And then go to options here. And say sort left to right, not top to bottom, left to right. Say okay, right? I'll delete this level. Okay, now it's sort left to right. Sort by, now it's asking the row number here. Can you see? Not the column. Which row? Row number 5. That is where I have the headings. So I select row number 5, values A to Z. Not 11. You can see the 0 comes first, 1 comes next, 2 comes next, then in alphabetical order. Everything changed. Otherwise, you take a lot of time in changing the order. So that's sorting by the heading or the row number, row 5. Right. Then sort by font color or fill color. Let's say manually you have colored these fill colors or whatever. I want to put all the yellow ones together. Right click on a yellow one. Don't right click on any other thing. And say sort by put cell color on top. So all the yellow ones will come on top, then the blue ones like that. Or sort by cell icon. Now these are icons which I have got from conditional formatting. So if you want to sort by that, again, you can say, you can put different levels and sort it. You can go to sort by cell icon. There you are. Right. So if you want to do like this, that's also possible. Go to sort, go to custom sort and say sort by quantity, cell icon, this one, add level, again quantity, right? Not values, again cell icon. Yeah. And then the next one I want to put 3/4 ones here, this one. But to do this, if you sort it by the value, automatically it will be sorted. But I'm just showing you, if you want to sort it in a different order by cell icon, you can do that. Add another level, again quantity, right? So values anyway, you make it cell icon and then put half and say like that you can say. So you can see all the 10 halves, but these are not sorted because I didn't put that order for the last two, these two. So, but if you sort it by the value, automatically it will come, right? Because it's the conditional format is based on values, so it will come like that, there, other way or the other, right? So fill color, font color, cell color, anything you can sort. Number 1, 2, this is one way of sorting. Now right click and go to custom list. Let's sort it by custom list, right? Select a cell in the column to sort, right click mouse and select sort, right? Sort by value, sort using more than one level, sort left to right, sort using custom lists and selected color, font color, right? Icon. All done. The if logical function, yeah. Now I need an answer from everyone. Why don't you put it on your chat? Are you 100% sure of using the if function or do you want me to do it? I'm looking at your chat now. Because this is something you need to know. Please chat with me. Please do it. How about the others? Only one?
Please do it.
Right, okay, let's do it. Yeah, because they're very useful. Yes, okay. The function is used to do something depending on a condition. For example, if the salary is more than 500,000, 10% tax, otherwise no tax. Now what is the condition? Salary is more than 5,000. What are you doing? If it is true, you do something. If it is false, you do another thing. So the syntax is this. You have a logical test. Depending on that test, if that test is true, you do something. Otherwise, you do another thing. But as I told you, now these two are optional. How do you know it's optional? Because it's in square brackets, right? It's in square brackets. When something is in square brackets, it's optional, right? So actually, this is your input. I mean, this is a test, and these are the two outputs. So with the function, you can change value of a cell depending on a condition. Change the value of a cell. The output could be, these are the three parts. The outputs could be either a label, like if it's more than 50 pass, otherwise fail. A label. Pass and fail are labels. Then it should be within double quotes. And within double quotes means you can put anything you want, right? It could be a value. Let's say you are going to give a 5,000 rupee commission for people who have done sales more than 1 million. So let's say if sales more than 1 million, 5,000, otherwise 0. So the output is two values, 5,000 and 0. It could be a formula, like earlier one, tax. What is that formula? Salary into 10%. Or it could be a function. If sales is more than this, you get the maximum of sales and put a formula. Or otherwise you get a minimum of sales and give a formula like that. Or it could be a cell address. If you put a cell address, the value in that cell will be coming as output. Right. Now, can you open module 3B? Module 3B. This is a very basic example I have taken. I'll do another one. As you go along, we'll be using the if so many times. Click on the read only button. Right, there's exercise here. Right. Fill the result column with pass for students whose average is greater than or equal to 50 and fail for others. So this is where we have to put the result. Now to do this, the easiest way, right, if you are thorough with it, it's okay, because when I learned the if function, it took me a couple of days to really, learn it. I was just doing it, sometimes trial and error method. This is the easiest way I have figured out to teach. Write down in simple English what you had to do by using these three words. Write down in simple English what you had to do by using these three words. Take one at a time. Let's take one at a time. If you are going to tell somebody who doesn't know Excel, you are going to give this list, printed list, and tell What to do? By using these three words, how will you do that? If you take only for one person or the whole thing, even it's okay. The first one you want to do, if Jagat's average is more than 50, then print or show pass, otherwise else show fail. Now there nothing, no Excel involved there, just simple English. So let me write it. If so Jagat's average or whatever the average, I'll say average. Let's put Jagat because the first one, Jagat's average greater than or equal 50, then show pass. I mean, anybody can write this if you get, once you get used to it. Else show fail. So these are the three parts. This is one part. This is the other one. The two outputs are these. These are logical test. So where do you get Jagat's average? H10. So here we are. I'm going to say, look at this. I'll straight away write it equal. If open bracket, you can see the syntax at the bottom. Logical test is Jagat's average greater than or equal 50. So what is Jagat's average? This. After that, what you get here is a comma. The moment you put the comma, you can see in the help, the value if true will get bolded, highlighted. So that is what you have to enter. You have to say show pass. You don't say show pass, then it will come as show pass. What you want to show is pass, but within double quotes. Comma, value if false. Fail. Close the bracket. That's all. So always, till you get used to it, write down the sentence in by using these three words. So this guy is pass. When you copy it down, you can see some are fail, some are pass. Right. Now I want to improve it. Too many people are passing. I have only one vacancy, so I want to increase the pass mark. So what do? Instead of using 50 here, I put this cell E7. Press enter. Copy it down. Will it work? No. Why? 40 is pass, 74 is fail. What is the reason? Can somebody tell me? Let's go to this and see what is the issue here. If H12 greater than or equal E9, what is H12? This one, correct? Greater than or equal E9. What is E9? E9 is maths. So it's checking with maths. Okay, I had to put a pass mark here. No, anyway, I put the pass mark as 50. See what happens? Nothing changes. Okay, let's see. 35 is fail. I'll copy it down, right? Let me copy it down. Okay. 47 can't be pass. Why? It's checking with what? H13 with E10. What is H13? 47 with E10. What is E10? E10 is 33. So what has happened? What should I do then? Everything has to be checked with this. That is where the dollar sign comes in. So it should be $E$7 or E$7. Right. And then copy it down, you can see it. So remember, the dollar sign and if are very useful. Now you get the same result. So I make it 60, what happens? Nothing happens. 65, what happens? Nothing. Let's say 70. Only two people are passed. I have only one vacancy, so I make it 75. There you are, only this guy. Right? So like that you can do it, right? I'll make it 50 again. You can see, right? Now, the next question is, make the result column change depending on the pass mark. That's okay. Fill the names, pass names column by checking the result, not average, with the names of the people who have passed. With the names of the people who have passed. Don't check the average, check this one. So what is it? If I'll copy this again. Now we are checking not Jagat's average, Jagat's result. Jagat's result equal pass. Then show his name. Else show blank. Nothing. Show blank. So here we are. Equal if open bracket. Where is Jagat's result? Yeah. If that is equal to pass, again you make sure that you put within double quotes. This is capital, you have to make sure you put capital, right? Then what do you do? Show his name. Yeah, can somebody tell me how to show the name? Do I type Jagat within double quotes? Yeah, what should come here? You want me to see the chat or what? What should come here? Please unmute and speak. Do I put within double quotes Jagat? Then for our nose you get Jagat. No, I put this cell address. This cell address. Do I put within double quotes? No. It's a cell address. So cell value will be displayed. I told you the output could be a cell value. How do you show blank? Within double quotes, if you put pass, you will see pass. Within double quotes, if you put P, you will see P. Within double quotes, you put nothing. Now, a lot of people, they put a space. But space is a character, so don't put it. It will show you the same output, but there's a character there. Right? Sorry. I didn't finish it now. So double quote, together, don't leave a space and then close. Two double quotes together. Because at the time of checking, if you check for a blank, the space will not get caught for that. Right? So therefore, so there you have past people, Jagat. These people are passed. So you make the pass mark to 70, only one person pass. Two people. 75, one person. Make it 40, lot of people pass. 25, everyone is pass. 50, and these are the names. I'll make it 50. Okay. Now there's a thing called nested if. Nested if means you can keep on putting the if within if. That is, if there is more than one condition to check. Let's do that. Next question is that hide columns F to J. Hide columns F to J. F to J. Select from the column label, right click and say hide. And the result 40 to 59 pass, less than 40 fail. I want it like this. Okay. This can be done with the VLOOKUP also. But if you are going to do it with if, how are you going to do it? Let me wipe it. Now the if function can put if within if 127 times, I think. Somewhere around that, yes. So don't go to that extent. This is how it works. Right? If there are two outputs, you need only one if. If there are three outputs, you need only two ifs. If there are four outputs, you need always one minus the number of outputs. Remember like that. Because the other option is automatically coming at the value if fail. So how many outputs are there? Distinction, credit, simple pass, fail. Four outputs, I need to put three ifs. Let's see how to do it. Equal if, open bracket, greater than or equal 80. What is the result? Distinction. Within bracket, double quotes, comma. If it is not more than 80, we have to check again. If it is not more than 80, we have to check again. Then you put the if again. If open bracket, this greater than or equal 60. Then you know it's a credit. Because already the distinctions have gone off now. What remains is less than 80. So now we are checking whether it's more than 60. So it's a credit. Otherwise, can we decide? No, because it could be either pass or fail. So you have to put a if again, open bracket. Now see the brackets. The outmost bracket is black. Next one is red. Next one is purple. If you put another one, it will be green, like that it comes. Color coded. Again, this one greater than or equal 40. Then it's pass. Otherwise, have I got to check again? What remains is less than 40. So it's all obviously it's fail. So comma, value if false. Look at this here. Value if false, fail. Close the bracket. But what I close is the purple bracket. You have to close it up to the black one. Again and again. You open 3 brackets, you have to close 3 brackets. Is fail. This one has got a distinction. This one is fail. This one is pass. This one is credit. Pass, credit, pass, and fail. If you want to go to formula and say show formula, you can see that's a formula. Right. Okay, so let's move on. That's a function and the nested if function. Very important. You can't do Excel without knowing the if, I'll tell you. So this is the same thing. Amal's average is greater than 50, then show pass, whatever. Right. D10, same thing. Module 3B. Can you open module 3B? Let's do this quickly. Salary. If function salary. Make the minimum salary of all employees to 50,000 on the new salary column. Now this is something that will happen every year or whatever, not every year. I can remember about 10 years ago, the government said the minimum salary of everyone should be 10,000. At Brandix, I got a list of 17,200 odd employees, machine operators, where we had trainee machine operators getting 8,000, 9,000. Within a minute, we could do it. Within a minute. Let's take the first one. If Kapila's salary is less than 50,000, make it 50,000. Otherwise, keep the same salary. That's all. So here we are. Equal if. What is Kapila's salary? This one. If it is less than 50,000, comma, what do you want to make it? 50,000. Otherwise, keep the same salary. That is your original salary. Copy it down. You can see all these have changed to 50,000. These four. This is anyway 50,000. Others remains the same. So without hard coding 50,000, I replace this 50,000 with this 50,000 and make it a dollar sign because it has to fix. And that also has to be the same value, $3.2. Right. So that next year I don't have to come and put the formula again. If the company decides to make it 70,000, the minimum salary, I make it 70,000. Everything will change. Done? Okay, so this I'm not going to do. We did this total highest lowest number of employees. That's it. That's a if function in action. Very useful. You have to think on where you can use the if function. A lot of places. Right. What was that? Yeah. This is wrong because D2 has to be dollar. That's why I put that, and then this is correct, right? Okay. Date formatting. April 2nd or February 4th. What is 2419? This is a big question I told you. So these are the UK format, US format, and the ISO format. Always try to use this. Right? You can do this fast. Yeah, this we did. Date calculations, very basic ones. I'll just do it here. Today and now, you know. If you want to get the day part of the date as a number, see, day of A2. What is A2? This one. A2 is this. So 31, you get the number as 31. If you say month of A2, the month December will come as the number of the month 12. It's a very basic function. And the year will come as 09 will become 2009. Right? Now this is the date diff function which I did earlier. Just read it. It's not date if, it's date diff, date difference. Date 1, date 2. Now date 1 is always the older date. You can say old date, new date or whatever. Y for YM, MD for months, Y for years, like that. MD for days, YM for months. So you can put two variables here. We'll do exercise. Can you open module 4A? Let's do a practical one, 4A. I've already put this. The answers are already there, right? Date diff. C6 is a date join, and I'm getting the experience as at today. So here we are. Today, to get the years, you put Y within double quotes. Same formula, YM to get the months, MD to put the days, right? Now, do you know how to copy a formula? That's also useful. Let me put the first one. Equal date diff. Old date is this. The two dates that you're comparing is your date join and today. So out of that, the old date come first, which is date join, comma. Today I can simply say today or use a cell address, comma, Y. Wrong spelling, that's why today. There. Now, without typing the same thing here and changing that, select from here, right click and copy. If you want to copy a formula, don't just paste it, you can't paste. With the moment you go and click here, the cell address will come. Press the escape key. Press the escape key and then go and paste it here and here. Same answer. Instead of Y, you put YM, you get the number of months. Instead of Y, you put MD, you get the answer. Right? Then you copy it down. Done. Okay, look at this. You want to say somebody has given resignation notice on this date saying that in 2 months he's going to resign. You have to find out the day that you're going to resign. Let me delete this. There's a function called eDate. Equal eDate. Start date and number of months. What is the start date? She's giving the letter on this date saying in 2 months she's going to retire. So she'll be retiring on this date. For some calculations, you might need the last day of the month, of the retiring month. Sometimes for these, finance companies and all, they calculate the interest till the last day of the month. So you have to find out the last day of the retirement month. Then it's EO month, equal EO month. Again, start date is this one, comma, this one. The difference is here, whatever the date, you get the last day of the month, right? Now in this case, 30th April, you get 30th June, right? Now copy it down. Here it's 4th May, but you get 31st August. 4th August, 31st August. Last day every. Now we are having a 0. Can somebody tell me how to avoid these zeros? It looks ugly for the ones. Why is it coming with a 0? Because there's no data here. So then, what is the function which comes to the rescue is if function. Put it to a side. See, if open bracket, this cell equal blank, you have to put double quotes together. Then you show a blank. Otherwise, you do the calculation which is already done. There you go. If you want, you can delete this space or keep it even, no problem. This one also you have to do the same thing. If open bracket, if this cell is blank, then you show a blank. If you want to show a dash, you put a dash, right? Within double quotes. Otherwise, calculate the end of month. Now copy these two down. There. Only if there's a date it will calculate. So let me put 1st January 21, going to retire in 6 months. There. These functions, I think, no point in doing. I think you all know. Or do you want me to do these functions like networking days? Because you can always learn those even by going into this help, as I told you, right? If I say B3 minus B2, start date and end date minus start date, you get 90. Right. Now network days will give you the number of working days between those 2 days without Saturday, Sundays. So if I say network days B2, B3, you get only 65. If you want to remove the holidays, remember you have to put the holidays like this somewhere. You have to have the holidays marked. Then you say equal network days. Let me put this one. Equal network days. There's another one called network days international. The start date is this one. End date is this one. Holidays, you simply select all these things. It will pick the ones within that range and reduce that count. Reduce the count. You get 61. Less holidays is 61. Why? There are 1 between the 2 days. What are the 2 dates? 1st Jan and 31st March. So 1st Jan and 31st March, you get a holiday here. 2nd, 3, 4, 5, 6. But these are Saturday, Sundays. So therefore, it won't reduce those. See, automatically takes care of that. It won't do it duplicate. It will not reduce the same thing again and again. Right. Now, network days international will allow you to define your weekend. Because if your company is working on Saturdays, then your weekend is only Sunday. Right? So therefore, it's always better to use it. I'll do the last one. Equal network days international. Start date, end date. Very simple. Start date is this. End date is this. Now it's asking to specify the weekend. assume that your company is working on Saturdays, you have to say Sunday only. Some companies may have the weekend on Sunday, Monday, or Friday, Saturday. Right? Let's say Sunday only. Double click on this. Comma. Do you want to remove the holidays also? Check for holidays? Yes. So select the holiday range. Those two are optional, right? So close the bracket. 73 days. It has calculated the Sundays also, right? Okay. So where are we now? Let me see. Half of the thing is gone. Name cell ranges, we have got edit. Okay. There's one more thing that we have to do, and we'll stop with that. Just give me 5 minutes of your time, right? Otherwise, we'll run out of time. I have to finish the dates. One very important thing we need to do. Let's finish that. It'll take about 5 minutes to do that. So date diff, you know.
Asoka, I have left a message on everyone to borrowing another few minutes from that time, so that you can come to a point and then seize the day's training.
Was it?
So please, the only one member has said yes, can allow. I have asked for 10 minutes. I stopped the conversation. You can stop it after in any time you want to know.
Right. Okay. So is it okay if I take? How about y'all? Can you just?
Right.
So
everyone has said yes.
Right. So go ahead. Right. We'll do that. Then, can you open this sample file? Well, give me a second. Trying to find it. Date diff, network days. There's another sample file for dates. Can you open that? Date calc 2. Date calc 2. Look at this. I'll close this. Date calc 2, right? Yeah, did I open it? Select the scene. File open. Sorry for that. (4B) date calc 2. Say open. Something went wrong. You get this one? Time value? Sorry. 4A date calc 2, not the time. 4A date calc 2, this one. 4A, not 4B. Now look at these dates. Week starts on Sunday, right? There's a function called weekday function to find out whether it's a Saturday, Sunday, right? If I say weekday 5 of this cell of the date, in America, the US system, the week starts on Sunday. So it will come with 4. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, number 4. Thursday is 5, right? Sunday is 1. But if you use a UK system, week starts on Monday. So the difference. Then week number. Sometimes exports and all that, when you do, you work with week numbers. Especially in the garment field, of course, we always, merchandiser, they work with we are delivering on week number 52 or week number 22 or 32. So again, there will be a change. Week number 1 will go only up to here if it's a US system, but in UK, it will go up to here. I have color coded it for you to understand. That's clear, I think, right? You can see how it's changing. Depending on the country, the system you're using, UK or US, the week num and the weekday will change. Right. What is this one? HR info. I don't need it. Okay. Go to this one. That's another good one. HR info. The experience that we done it earlier. Retirement date. Now it's a very good thing to make sure that you have the retirement date calculated, for all the employees. How to get the retirement date? Equal E date. Everyone knows the date of birth. Date of birth. Don't worry why it comes with this, because it's a table. Comma. Number of months is what? If it is 55 into 12, don't put 55. 55 into 12. Put the formula straight away. So what you should do is actually, your HR department should calculate all the retirement dates, select these dates, okay, go to conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, see how simple, date occurring, let's say this month or this week, let's say this month, nothing, no one this month. Yeah, these are all old dates, no? Right. So if I change my date, let's say this is June, still we are in June. Yeah. Let's say, have I taken the date? Yeah. If this guy has joined in 21, here my date of birth is, date of birth is this one, not 62. It has to be 66. No, sorry. 66 June 4th. This guy has joined. You can see it gets colored because this guy is going to retire this month. So then very easy for you to prepare your EPF and ETF and all those things, right? Practical places where you can use these things, right? So if another guy is retiring in 66 June somewhere, 66, let's say June 18, it will get colored. Right. Now this is a very weekday, week num, we did that. Workday International is a very useful tool, especially when you are working with projects. Let's say you are starting a project on this date. The duration is 15 days. You want to find out when it will end. If you say Workday International and straight away put the start date and end date, right, it will assume the weekend as Saturday, Sunday. And it will not remove the holidays from there. But here I am going to say weekend is Sunday only. Then you put 1 here. Let me do it. Equal work day international, where you can specify the start date is this, number of days is this, weekend is Sunday only. Double click on this. Holidays, no holidays, working. It will end on this date. But you want to remove the holidays also, like the earlier one, work day international. Why international? Because I had to change the weekend. Start date is this, comma, end date is this. Sorry, number of days is this. Sunday only we are working. We are holiday on Sunday. Weekend is Sunday only, comma, holidays, again like earlier you select this. Right. put in the wrong place. Sorry. I'll do it again. Let me make it a bit bigger. Equal work day international. Number of working days. Start days, work for 5 days. Sunday only. These are also holidays. I'm going to give him holidays also. So it will finish by 8 January 20. I have color coded it for you too. That's some homework for you, right? To see weekend Sunday only. Okay, so we'll stop with that for today. I need your feedback whether the speed is too fast or slow. Please don't comment. Why don't you speak up? Is this okay the way we are going? Hello? The chats are coming in. Okay, okay, okay. All are used to chatting. Yes.
No, actually, I asked them to give their comments.
Ah, right. Okay, good.
So we'll see, Mr. Asok.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's recorded now. Another call, so I'll be stepping out
Yeah.
of the session. Thank you for today's session. Okay, yes, sure. Hi guys, please give your comments. It's okay. Times application. Right, so looks okay. But please tell me, you can always email me even, right? If anything has to be done for this, any changes to be done.
Ashoka,
Yeah.
what are the lessons, up to what lesson have we covered from module 1?
Module 1, we have gone up to Workday International. Next
Very
one
good.
is name cells, data validation, conditional formatting.
So which folder are we looking at here? Like lesson 1, 2, like that. We have everything from
four. We are on folder 4.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4 is covered.
Yeah. Yeah, because you see, we have 11 folders for them.
Yeah, our people are like commenting on the chat box.
Yeah.
That we appreciate very much. I will also separate them saying day 1 and day 2 so that they will also, because I will not remove that link. And we'll also have this video uploaded in case they would like to.
Yeah, Mr. Ajit, if you can share the recordings with us, that will be helpful.
Definitely.
I can share with the team.
Will do.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much for the training. I hope guys learn something from your training that they can apply with their day-to-day work. So thank you so much, Mr. Asok and Mr. Ajit.
Okay.
And team, I have sent an evaluation. Kindly do that after the session. I have dropped you an email.
Will I be able to get a copy of that confidentially? I mean, officially confidentially, so that I will not spread.
It's confidential, actually. Yeah. I have to check with Harini.
Yeah, it's a statistical presentation that will help us for us to keep improving. Just check with Harini and let us know.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, then. See you. Bye.
See you. Bye.
Bye.